gentlemen, fighting out of the blue corner, Doug Lloyd. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the blue corner, Doug Lloyd. Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent fighting out of the red corner, Smokin' Joe Coverdale. Ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number 3 on the card. 3 by 3 minute rounds in the 61 kilogram weight division. The man in charge in centering, Mr. Bryce Birtwhistle. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, trained by Saron Chia out of Sunrise Bradell Saray with an official weight of 60.7 kilograms. He's had 10 fights for 5 wins and 1 draw. 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of South Elizabeth in South Australia, ladies and gentlemen, Doug Lloyd. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, trained by Laos Tui out of UFC Playgrounds and Absolute MMA, an official weight of...
Good sportsmanship, let's go.
A good height and reach advantage going the way there of Smokin' Joe.
Final instructions, here we go. Don't blink, this could be over in a heartbeat or it could go the distance, who knows?
Doug Lloyd from South Australia making his debut here on Rebellion Muay Thai.
What a show of power there from Doug Lloyd, absolutely ragdolling Joseph Coverdale across the ring.
Already picking up, he's got some really good kicks on him, Doug Lloyd, just chopping away at that lead leg of Smokin' Joe Coverdale. Step up elbow there from Coverdale.
This is going to be a test of wills here, Bushy. I'm very much liking what I'm seeing from both fighters.
I think Doug's the South Australian WKA champion as well, so he's certainly earned his stripes or big overhand there. Great to see Bryce Birtwhistle in centering as well.
Both fighters just so experienced. They're really careful about their shots.
Yep, claret already flowing from the nose of Doug Lloyd. I don't know, Nick, every time we see Joe Coverdale fighting and centering, I reckon he's got a new tattoo every time he steps in there.
he's certainly a piece of artwork, is Smokin' Joe. Both fighters, this is such a great display. This is just perfect Muay Thai.
Yeah, good step up knee there from Smokin' Joe. Crossing elbow there from Lloyd. Got really impressed with the way Doug Lloyd's chopping away at that lead leg.
It's really going to take its toll in the coming rounds if we make it that far. But as you said, bit of blood coming from Doug. I'm sure he's no stranger to it. And Smokin' Joe, there he goes, takes him down, does Doug Lloyd. Joseph Coverdale knows that he's got that nose bleeding, and he just keeps trying to pick away at it.
But I tell you what, Doug Lloyd, very impressed with his debut here on Rebellion Muay Thai. Seems to have everything in the arsenal that he's throwing at Joseph Coverdale.
And there you go, down for the second time in the first round, Bushy.
You know, earlier on, Joseph Coverdale looked like he was setting the pace, but I'm really impressed with the way Doug Lloyd's come back in the finishing stage of this first round, just chopping away the leg, just racking up the points, and of course those two good takedowns.
It's interesting to see the corner of Doug Lloyd. Paul Lee's in his corner, and Paul has not said a word.
Yeah, good first round, and I'm leaning the way of the boy from South Australia for this one.
Well, you know me, I'm going to sit on the fence like I do at the best of times. That was just a beautiful masterclass. Let's get to a replay if we can, boys. That was absolutely sensational, that first round. Here we go. Let's look at the action, and both fighters just really sharp shots. There's the first takedown. Oh, push down, I should say. Sorry, Bushy. And
yeah, Doug Lloyd just looking very composed in centering. Of course, we've seen Coverdale a lot, but I'm impressed with the way Lloyd's chopping away at the lead leg of Joseph Coverdale. You can see there, Joseph switched up his stance to take that leg out of play. But a couple of good takedowns there from Doug Lloyd isn't going to do him any harm on the judges' scorecards.
And there we go. You see the takedown. And I'll tell you what, Doug Lloyd has just really got great technique. Smokin' Joe, we know he's a professional. It's going to be interesting to see what happens to that front leg as round 2 and round 3 roll through here at Rebellion Muay Thai 19.
Bit of celebrity status here in centering.
Round 2.
I should say, sitting next to Master Side Nation, we've got John Stephenson, former Olympian, playboy man about town.
Beautiful display of Muay Thai there from Doug. He's pouring on the pressure. Smokin' Joe, don't know if he's got an answer just yet. They go into the clinch. And I'll tell you what, Doug is just really showing the class and the extra experience that he has over Smokin' Joe.
Now, of recent times, we've seen Joe Coverdale really dominate his fighters in centering, but Doug Lloyd's really brought it from South Australia today. And big shout out to Josh and Mandy Gratz from Barossa Muay Thai, probably sitting there watching this stream at home there in South Australia. So big shout out to you guys. Hope all is well.
Back into the clinch here, Bushy. I don't know if those two takedowns are going to be counted as full takedowns, but certainly Doug did get Smokin' Joe to the deck. Smokin' Joe really trying to work out that clinch.
Lloyd's just a very good, strong, compact fighter. The height and reach advantage goes the way of Coverdale. Upward elbow there from Joseph, but just, again, just like a little bull terrier the way Lloyd, he just walks forward. Big overhand right.
And again, nice little uppercut, body shot. I like how he keeps changing levels. Slapping away at that lead leg of Smokin' Joe is Doug Lloyd. And again, nice little over shoulder left elbow, doesn't quite connect.
And Coverdale's not checking those kicks, so every time his leg's planted nice and firm, that's really going to take its toll on that lead leg.
Absolutely. If this was a 5-rounder, I'd certainly not like to see the state of his thigh by the 5th round. But we've only got 3 rounds. We're halfway through the second, so really, it's still anyone's game. But I've got to agree with you there, Bushy. I think Doug's just got the lead here. If he gets this takedown, certainly, without doubt.
Doug Lloyd just continually just stalking forward. He seems to have Coverdale on the back foot most of this fight. But I tell you what, take nothing away from Joe Coverdale. We've seen him bring out some big elbows in previous fights. And I reckon he might realise at the moment he's just got to drop one into Lloyd as he's coming forward. So final 10 seconds of this second round.
Nice little sneaky knees there. And it's all over for the second round.
Now, I'll tell you what, really impressed with this boy from South Australia at the moment.
2, Rebellion 19.
So as we head over to the replays, some big looping hands there from Lloyd. Joseph Coverdale, nice tight guard, but Lloyd just seemed to be able to get through.
Lloyd's very careful about the shots that he takes. They usually pay off for him. It's very interesting, like you said earlier, it's very interesting to see Smoking Joe on the back foot and how he's reacting to that and how he's coping with that. Lloyd's not really particularly quick. He doesn't come in flurries, but he's just really, really steady and every shot counts.
Yeah, some good hands there from Coverdale, as you saw in the replay there, but Lloyd just continually walks forward. So coming up now, the third and final round, fight number 3, Rebellion Muay Thai, number 19.
Both fighters know they need to take it away in this final round here, Bushy. Lloyd's coming on hard. Smoking Joe's firing back as quick as he can, but he goes down again to the ring floor. I'll tell you what, he's hit that canvas too many times tonight for my liking. I really think that he's going to have to do something special if he's going to take away the win against Doug Lloyd.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Nick. I think Lloyd's really been pushing it. It looks like there's a cut just under the hairline of Doug Lloyd, so Bryce Birtwistle will have a good look at that, just make sure there's no blood flowing into the eye, but at the moment it just seems to be coming straight down perfectly to drip off the end of the nose.
Of course, cuts to the forehead do bleed profusely, so it could be the tiniest little cut, but if it's pouring too much, they do have to call it off. Joseph knows that he's got that cut open and he's trying to capitalise on it, but Doug Lloyd's just such a tough customer, keeps coming forward, throwing those over-shoulder left and right elbows. Oh,
big elbow thrown there from Lloyd, missed the mark. But he's like, if you're going to throw him at me, Mr. Coverdale, I'm going to throw him back. That one looked like it got through.
Yeah, it really did, Bushy. The action's right here in front of the commentary box, and I couldn't be more excited watching Rebellion Muay Thai 19. I tell you what, if you're not here live, I'm glad that you're streaming this, because this is an absolute warriors battle.
Yeah, really impressed once again. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Doug Lloyd from South Australia really bringing it to Coverdale. He's got Coverdale on the back foot. Coverdale just throwing the elbows now. Step up knee off the ropes.
Nice right hand there from Doug. Nice right elbow there from Smoking Joe.
Dr. Chris Barnes has already got he's opened up the medical kit now. He's going to have a big night a little bit later on, stitching up these boys.
And of course, they take it as a sign of pride. It's not a sign of punishment. This is what they're here for. They're true professional sportsmen. And I tell you what an exciting fight. It's only the third fight of the night. What else is coming up for us, Bushy? Who's going to take away the win? Those elbows are just crushing.
So just good step up knee there again from Coverdale. But I reckon I'll be surprised if the win doesn't go the way of the red corner.
Nice step through knee there.
Final 30 seconds.
The crowd's starting to really get pumped up here at the sold-out show. Both fighters throwing really strong shots and both of them landing. Spinning reverse elbow doesn't quite land. Nice jumping knee, that makes a connection. But both fighters just so tough.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, those knees again from Coverdale are taking their toll, but this has been a great display of Muay Thai from both of these fighters.
And it's...
Yeah, what a cracking fight. 3 of the night, Rebellion Muay Thai. Doug Lloyd from South Australia, Joseph Coverdale from Victoria. This one will go to the judges. I'm think I've said it, mate. I'm going the way of the blue corner, but let's wait for the judges because I have been known to be wrong.
You might have mentioned it 1 or 5 times here, Bushy. We'll probably go to a replay in just a second, but you see both fighters in the middle of the ring. Oh, here we go. There's a replay. Beautiful body shot and takedown there, which really was the story of the fight, Bushy.
Yeah, again, Coverdale is very good with his knees in close. We didn't see a lot of knee work from Lloyd just as we're looking at it there, but throughout the fight, Coverdale was very strong with his knees. But I just think the chopping kicks, the hands of Lloyd, they impress me, and I'm sure we'll see this kid back on Rebellion Muay Thai, win, lose or draw.
Oh, I certainly hope so. I'll tell you what, he's been an absolute revelation. Such a great pedigree in his career, but to have him here tonight at Rebellion's just been an absolute honour. We will go to centre ring to find out which way it's been called.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we've gone to the judges' scorecards. Your first judge scored the contest 30-27, Coverdale. Your second judge scored the contest 29-28, Lloyd. Your third and deciding judge scored the contest 30-27, declaring you winner via split points decision. Red corner, smoking, Joe Coverdale.
I am going to withhold my comments for the rest of the night. I thought it went the way of the blue corner, mate, but again, I'm not a judge. But I tell you what, great performance from both fighters.